Hello, this is Hector here. I'm going to be showing you this Photoshop tutorial. This is my first and I hope you like it. This right here is what I'm going to be showing you how to make. It's not too difficult. It's a nice little template that you can use for loads of different stuff, your own text, your own logos in the middle. So I thought I'd start with this one. Alright, let's get on with it. First we'll start off with a background. It's quite an easy background to do. It's just one colour with a bit of shading. So we'll go blending options, colour overlay. I use a dark grey for the background and an inner shadow. Make sure the inner shadow's opacity is 100, distance is 0 so that the shadow goes right around the edge, and size as much as you like. Gonna go for 80. Control Shift N, that'll bring up a new layer, and get your elliptical tool, hold the Shift key and drag it out. That'll make a perfect circle there. Get it in the middle. This will be the outer rim for our little, I don't know what to call it, a button, I have no idea, but it'll be the outer rim. Right click and fill it any color, doesn't matter what color it is. Control D will get rid of that select. Now we'll do an inner stroke. It has to be quite big to hold the text, to make the text clear, so we don't have to shrink it, and there's plenty of room for shadows and 3D-ness. Give it a gradient. Make sure that light is on about 120, about there. That'll mean the light is coming down. And make sure it's not black. I mean, you can choose your own colors, but if you want this kind of metallic look, you're going to want kind of a white to a dark grey. Also, a drop shadow will give it that 3D look. Opacity up, distance down, size up. There we go. Just so it gives it that nice little 3D look around the edge there. Right, Control Shift N, new layer. And what we want to do is do exactly the same thing, but on this inner ring here. Now you can hold Control and click on this thumbnail here, bring up a select option, and then modify that contract. I think it was 32 pixels, and it'll come down. But that is not a perfect circle, because you're modifying it by 32 pixels and it's contracting and not expanding. It's not very accurate. So the best thing to do is trial and error. I mean, it's not too hard to get it about right. And then it's, I mean, it's a little small. I can quickly expand it by about, what, 2 pixels. Right, perfect. It's on there straight away. Same thing again, fill it. And we'll do that. We'll do the stroking. Give it a stroke insides, but it doesn't have to be quite as thick as the last one, because it's not going to have any text on it. It's just there for that 3D effect. Give it a gradient, and this time have the angle as the exact opposite way, so that the dark is then contrasting and then the light is contrasting. It just makes it look really 3D. It's a nice effect, really easy to pull off as well. Have a dark grey up there. Yeah, so already you can see that it kind of looks 3D. I mean, I haven't done it perfectly. There's white on the outside, but if you take your time, it'll look really good. It'll come out really nicely. Right, color overlay. So we're going to fill this middle bit now. I'll try to keep the same colors as the outside. Keep it nice and keep the whole thing going together. You can use your own colors. I would recommend using the same as the outside, but it's up to you. So we're just putting this dark grey again, and that inner shadow. Distance 0, opacity up, size up. There we go. Right, the logo. So put in your own picture here. I'm going to put up a Photoshop version, so you can use all the stuff that I'm doing now. I'll probably put up this little version here, so you can use my logo just to try things out, just kind of fiddle around, and then you can put in your own just to see how it works. You probably won't find it hard. It's not a very hard thing to do, but yeah, you can put in text. You can make your own little logo like I've done. I've made this for a team that I play on. We're called Army of Drunks. That's why it's AOD and a little stick man. Gonna make it white to contrast with the background. It's in a shadow. You wanna opacity up, and what you want, right, is the shadow to be really dense. So you want to bring the size down to about two. I'm gonna put on two or three, just so it's really visible, because you really want it to look like a deep indent in the background. It'll just make it look more 3D, more realistic. Obviously, if you wanna, there's loads of effects you can put on that background. I just chose a plain white with shadow. You can do loads of stuff. You can color in the different things. You can make it bevel and everything. It's up to you. It's what's great about this little design here. Right, now for the shine. Again, you can do loads of different shine. I'm just going to quickly go through this way of doing it. It's just the way I've done it. I'll probably, if I ever do more videos, I'll do the different styles. You're going to need your gradient tool. You're going to need white on the bottom of both, 75, about 75, and 0. Make sure this one is white though, because it starts off as black, and it's quite hard to notice that that's not going from white to white, because that kind of looks, you know, it's not too different, but it will make a massive difference in the end, in the long run, if you're using it on all three shines. So there we go. That's one. Going to use the arrow just to kind of get it right where I want it. New layer. Going to use the pen tool for these side ones. Kind of keep the same distance away from the side and just curve it like that. It's not hard. Make sure you hold, before you do the next one, hold Alt and click here. So you can do the next one like that. Otherwise, what happens is, click on the next one and this line just curves right down. And you don't want that. It doesn't go where you want it basically. So hold Alt, click that. Make your next point, curve it nicely outwards, hold Alt again, and finish it off. I'm doing this quickly, it doesn't look too bad, but if you take your time it'll look a lot better. The same gradient again, from outwards to inwards, make sure the shine is on the outside. And there we go, it's really quick, took about, what, 20 seconds. Control J, you don't even have to do the other one, Control J, edit, transform, horizontal. You can move it across, use the arrow keys, just get it where you want. Done and dusted. So yeah, so I've made this kind of the basics of it really quickly. The bit that takes quite a bit of time is the text on the outside. It's just because it's curving. I mean, it's not hard just to make a text box and type. It's this whole curving business. But anyway, let's get through it. You need to select this inner ring. So that's the second one you made, and modify the select. Expand it by about 3 or 4 pixels. I'm going to say 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to make this into a path. So then when I do type in a text, it follows the path. What you can't do is just right click it and make path, because the least tolerance you can do is 0.5. See? But tell you what, I'll show you. If I started typing on this, do you see how the letters are all kind of pointing in different directions around here? It just doesn't work. So, what you have to do it manually. So same again. Stretch it out. 3. And what we're going to do is right click it and stroke it with a red line so it's really visible. Get rid of these backgrounds to make it even easier to see. Now we're just going to follow it with the pen tool on a new layer. Just like that, and follow it right round. Do this all the way around. It'll take some time. I'm going to do this really quickly, not very accurately at all. And try and keep your spacings close together. The closer they are, the more accurate you can be. I'm just quickly doing this. If you do miss like that, and you're like, you can just move your arrow keys. See, you can move it with the arrow keys. It's not too hard. Or you can just undo it and undo it and try again. So that's that path done. We can now hide that red line. We'll bring up our backgrounds again. And put on the text. For this text, you want to put it on the color you want. Make sure it's on the left. First time I had it, it was on the middle and I got really confused. Keep it on the left. Also, put this to sharp. It stops it from getting pixelated. I don't know why, but text, when you put it on the path, gets pixelated. So keep it on sharp. It'll make that better. And font wise and size wise, it's just a matter of trial and error really. I've got hundreds of fonts, and I tried so many before I found one that I want, but it's worth it in the end. All capitals is also an idea, because things like Y's and G's, if they only come out capitals, they're not going to go below this line and come on this one. If you are going to do things like Y's and G's, when you're doing the path, make it about 5 to 6 pixels instead of 3 or 4. Just you leave enough space, and it'll just follow this path right around. Yeah, and you can. Then there's the effects. You can either give it an inner shadow, which I prefer. It's my favourite one to do, of about 2 and 2 for distance and size, and it'll just give it that indented look, like it's got here. Or you can give it a kind of emboss kind of look, so it looks like it's on the metal. Then it'll just kind of look like it's part of the metal, which it'll look quite good, but I haven't actually done that yet. I was just thinking then maybe you might want to try a clipping mask over the top. If I have time, I'll do that in another video, but that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. If you like it, tell me. If you don't, tell me. I'll do another one if you do, and if you don't, I'll just shut up. Thanks for watching. Go to my photo bucket. I think it's photobucket/Hector. It'll be in the link. Thanks for watching. See ya.